Tune in or tune out. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a lot of my news from YouTubers, from real people, and not so much from news outlets, which at this point we've all agreed are just perpetrating misinformation and feeding us lies. Now, the problem with getting news from YouTubers and individuals, no, not the problem. The good thing about getting news from YouTubers and individuals is you are actually hearing from people in their areas. You're getting what's actually happening in their situations, albeit it's filtered through their own opinions and perspectives, which is fine. It presents a real spectrum of feelings about what's going on, which can be helpful, but it can also be really, really confusing. And the problem with using these channels as sources of news is that it is completely unregulated. I mean, not that that's much different. It's completely unregulated. And so people can pretty much say whatever they want. And depending on how convincing they are or where you're falling on the spectrum on any given day, you can agree or disagree. And I'm finding there's two ends of the spectrum here. So there's two sides. One is the day is coming. We don't know when. Get ready. They're coming for you. It's all going to shit. Blah, blah, blah. Panic. Not panic, but urgency. And then the other is, it doesn't matter, outside of my control, pull the covers over your head, live your best life. And I've touched on both of those posts at some point or another. Where's the happy medium? And there are things that I can control. I can control how prepared I am. If, there are food shortages coming, what would I have done differently had I known that COVID was coming? I mean, there are certainly things that we can do, paying attention to current events, while at the same time not going into a high-speed warble down these crazy rabbit holes that are going to impact us living our best life. So what's the happy medium? Is there a happy medium where we can stay connected, stay in tune, keep ourselves versed in current events and things that are happening, while still focusing on our own little situation and living our best life? I hate to think that I have to take a break from commentary because it's also intense in one direction or the other, that I can't even process it. It's like a pendulum swinging. And for the most part, that's what I'm seeing, whether it's online or talking to people in the real world. We all know that guy who shows up at 10 a.m. to help you move a dresser, who's just going off about the pandemic and the government and this and that. And you're like, dude, it's 10 a.m. Like, can we not, please? And then there's the other end of the spectrum, the people you talk to who just say, I don't listen, I don't care, it doesn't affect me. So, and I've tried to justify why I feel the need to stay connected. Maybe because I have kids and they're out there in the world and I want to know what's going on with a lot of these issues and things, whether it's, human rights issues or political issues, conflicts, the economy, crime. Anyway, today it's going to be nice out, so I'm just going to go out and clear my mind and come back to center and away from the swinging pendulum that's just been making my brain go a little bit bonkers. Like I said, I hate to think that I have to check out just to get some happy medium. I'd like to stay connected without the fucking hysteria on both sides. I've said this before, that one of the reasons why I came out here in the first place is because I know the world is going to shit, and I wanted to carve out a little piece of contentment for myself. So that's a given. I already know that. But I do think it's helpful to know that if there's looting happening in Ottawa, that maybe I'm going to double down on my security. Or if, the food shortages are impending, yeah, I'm going to go stock up my cupboards or essential items. So there's something to be said for staying connected without letting it overwhelm everything. And I'd like to be able to have a discourse where people are informed about what's going on, even if ultimately at the end of the day it is just, well, XYZ doesn't affect me directly enough that I need to be concerned with it. It also opens up conversation about what we would do in certain situations, which I discussed in another video. Having livestock on the road, having a source of meat and milk and eggs, and the fact that we can grow grain to make flour. These are conversations that come out of discussions about problematic issues. It doesn't have to be a hysterical, reactionary conflict. Anyway, I'm just jumping on here to end the video because I'm ready to go outside, clear my mind, and I've said what I wanted to say and shared my opinions on this topic. So until next time, happy, healthy living. Thanks for listening. Katie Kate on the Homestead. I will see you later.